Okay, we're live on Facebook. It's been a while. This is another Tell It Like It Is, which means the behind the scenes parts of my life. Tell it like it is. What's really going on in here? And today the title is Downs and Ups, because I want to end on a positive note. So what are some of the downs? Parts of me are really not sure what's going on. It's a new year, and I'm excited about that. That's the up part. My word for the year and my theme for the year is faithful. Faithful. God is faithful, so I can be. So I can be faithful to what He's called me to do, what's in front of me. But I have to tell you, at the moment, there are a lot of tangled up messes and loads of uncertainty, and these things just throw me out of whack. So, the projects I've been working on for months, still not quite done yet, when I would much rather have had them done the month before I even started them. And it's been a lot of good practice. There's the upside. It's been a lot of good practice to just keep trusting God for His timing, which is perfect, except for when my hair goes the wrong way and makes me unhappy. Anyway, I have been working on a quest for figuring out health issues for over a year now. Actually, yeah, over a year, a really good year, a good solid year. But the first 12 months were not as successful as I would have liked, which meant there's more to uncover, more opportunity to trust God to show me what I need to know. And last week, I got some lab work back that says, oh yeah, this is not good. And it is progressing as I suspected. So that's nice to have black and white, interesting term, black and white confirmation of what I already sensed. And so now my medical people are jumping on. So I'm happy about that. And the upside is there's a place to go. And I'll be off tomorrow morning for some new labs. And what's going on with me? It's a new year. I'm not sure what's happening. I want to tell you the upside of that. And that is that God appears to be, and I have to confirm all of this, to be bringing a project, I don't know if that's the right word, but an activity maybe to the forefront that He placed in my thinking last year. And it was part of what I was hoping would happen in the month of February. And I've just decided that, which that's what the verifying is, making sure this is His message to me to keep going forward. And hello, welcome. And in spite of this not being in place and that other thing not being in place, the 2 or 3 steps, I thought, all right, let's make sure these are all there before I'm going to start anyway. And my hope is, so pray about this, please, a video blog that I want to do. And I'm going to lay out my 6 topics and run it for 6 weeks. So if that's anything you're interested in, I can tell you one of the titles will be Saved and Safe. And this is going to be some of my boldest work. So if you have been following along of anything that I have been doing, it's going to be another level. That's my suspicion, assuming God says, yes, go. Now, having said that much, just to give you a context of what my life is like going on in here. The real purpose of this Facebook Live today. Hello, somebody else. Hi, Bobby. I've talked a little bit about what's going on in the background of my life, but now I'm really getting to the important piece, the bow on the top, if you will, of the purpose of this particular Facebook Live. And it's to share some of the growth markers that God has been laying in front of me in the last few days. I couldn't hold it in any longer. And so let me just share them with you real quickly. A couple of massive ones, really. Very emotional. I was putting a picture in a frame. It's taken me years. It's a picture that hung in my house when I lived in Prague in Europe, in the Czech Republic. And it's a picture from Bulgaria. I purchased the piece, it's a watercolor, on the streets of Sofia, I think. It was the capital city, Sofia. And the woman was a retired lady, almost looked like she was living on the streets, but she was an art teacher, had been an art teacher at the university. And so I wanted to buy a piece because I wanted to encourage her. Anyway, I finally got her. When we moved back to America, I didn't want the glass in it. It would break and maybe cut the picture. So I took the glass out. I finally went to a particular store whose name I will not mention because they weren't helpful. But anyway, I bought a frame of my own and brought it home. Just figured I'd put it in. And I broke the glass. Now, I've worked, obviously, it's been years. Hi, Sheila. I wanted that picture on the wall. I figured out a place to hang it, which is always my dilemma. I got it all in the frame and turned it over to look at it, and the little pegs gave way and dropped the glass on my wooden table and shattered the glass. And I just thought, oh my, what am I going to do? And I picked the picture up. But even as that was happening, there was I can't say it was a voice, but there was an awareness of, who is this woman? Who is this woman who, because of living decades and decades in trauma, the survival kind, way up at the top, how did I not just cry or scream or jump up and down or start blaming somebody or all of the emotional kind of stuff that happens just automatically with these kinds of events that impact you strongly and you don't know how to handle them. And so everything just bursts out. That didn't happen at all. My response was completely calm. Now, look, I've been working on this 5 years at least. And sometimes I still can react, but I don't lose myself the way I did before. I don't want to throw things or whatever. And I just carried on, and my mind started working. Uh-oh, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to have to go back to the store. Maybe like when an ice cream cone, when the ice cream drops off a cone, they just give you a new scoop or whatever. I'm going to go take care of that. It was completely remarkable and such a measure of healing. And I want to share that. I'm trying to remember the other one, but I want to share that in context of a sermon that I heard this last week. And it was all about, I'm trying to get there, how sometimes when we go through trials, they're not temptations to show us our weaknesses and get us back in line, or in a nice way, to put our feet back on the path to follow Jesus or any of that. Sometimes trials can be, they look like temptation, but actually they're trials to display for us the work that God has been doing in our lives. It's not all negative these times when we're walking, and it sure does feel like it's a narrow path and there's no handrail over here on the side that's going right down into the canyon. It can be like that. Boy, if you've got anything personal like that going on in your life, let me just encourage you to feel it, to let it rest, and recognize this is God. I was so clear to me, the evidence of his work in my life. Yes, I've been contributing. Yes, it's been effort and intention and coming to him all the time and bringing these things and asking him, what is going on? And show me how to respond in ways that will please you and heal me from trauma. And there you go. That's the example. I did have another one, and I think that I've shared enough for now, but I'll save the other one for another time. But this is what I have in mind going forward, to bring topics such as in this video blog thing, video podcast, video vlogcast, whatever, as saved and safe, talking about the church. Thank you, Marcy, for talking about the hard work. It's so rewarding, though. It's so rewarding. I know that you know. So saved and safe. And in that topic, I in that particular one, I want to talk about being saved and walking with Jesus. But I don't know about, well, actually, I do know a lot about women that even though we know Jesus is living with us and Holy Spirit is in us and so on, life doesn't feel like the abundant thing that we expected. And safety is just a dream that doesn't happen for us. Well, it does, and it can. And that's why saved with Jesus and safe, having the safety factor there too. It's possible. I know, because I'm living it. So yeah, that's one of the topics, and some others. So thanks for listening. If this has been an encouragement to you, please do write a comment. Share it with somebody else. Let people know what's coming. I need to, again, double check with God, but pick a date and do some sharing so that people will know that it's coming up, because it'll be 6 weeks, really faithful and really specific. So thanks. Yeah, just pray that God will inform me and also empower me and enable me. Thanks. I'm going to stop now, but have a blessed day. Thank you, Nancy, for jumping in. Bye-bye.